Hello, good morning. Can you all hear? If audio and video is clear, let's start. Hi, Sharath, can you hear? Okay. So, yeah, hi, Priyadarshini. So, what about others? So, welcome back. And here we are going to discuss the CA final RTP for the May 26 attempt. And yes, see, we have two options. Okay, so either we go directly to the question, say the answer, and go. Second, like in the exam, how to think, how to approach. These are the two options. So I thought, since you guys have joined, we can, what you say, we can discuss like for the exam. But for that, I need your support. So can we continue? Okay. Yes, that's what. See, if you see our RTP, the first part, you can see on the screen, right? The first part says about the academic update or the amendment. Okay. So the amendment is ditto, same as in our January 2026, same update with respect to audit of NBFC, with respect to professional ethics, same ditto amendment. So if any one of you have missed the same, the amendment of Jan 26, it's there in the YouTube. You can refer and the notes is there in the website to download. Okay, so I'm not spending much time on the amendments because there is nothing new other than which was already said in Jan 26. Okay, so let's directly start with the questions. Okay, so first part is, as always, multiple choice. In that, they have given, watch out, the big integrated MCQ. So, as you already know, whenever there is an MCQ, what is our approach? We will directly go to the questions and then read back the case study. Now, at times, students make a small mistake, which I feel, okay, this is the question. We know, no need to read the passage. But, guys, it's always safer to read the passage because there might be some relevant points. Okay. So, guys, if you promote, let's start. Can we start? Okay. Now, going with the first question. Considering the facts given in the case scenario, which of the following statements correctly describes reporting responsibility relating to revaluation of plant and machinery under CARO 2020? And also, where is plant and machinery in CARO? CARO, there are totally 21 clauses. Can you guys reply which clause of CARO deals with plant and machinery? I mean, relating to plant and machinery. It is para 3 of CARO. Now, which clause? Clause number 1. So, this question is related to chapter number 7, reporting. Now, before you read the options, it's always better to go back to the case study. Can you see the case study? Where is plant and machinery? Can you please see? Here. Question 1. Can you read that relevant passage? How did I scroll so fast? Because I saw plant and machinery. For the exam also do like this. During the year 30th December, company revalued its plant and machinery, including the leased and right of use. The revaluation was out of registered valuer using the replacement cost method. The net carrying amount of class increased from 4 to 4.45, that is increased by 11.25%. Surplus is 0.45. Now, my question is whether you need to report under CARO or not. Come on, let's revise. In clause 1, they say, na, Uh, Under subclause D, whenever revaluation there is a plus or minus by how many percent? Plus or minus by how much percent? 10%, it should be reported. So can you read the option and say which is the correct option? Since revaluation relates only to CNC plant forming larger part and the surplus is recognized in other comprehensive income not required. Actually, it is required. So, not A. Auditor is required to report under Para 3 Clause 1D. Para 3 Clause 1D. Because revaluation resulted in increase by 10%, irrespective of number of asset revalued. Seems to be correct. Reporting under CARO 2020 is required only where revaluation is carried out entire block. Can you reply 10% plus or minus? Is it in the respective block or entire block? They don't say entire block in CARO. They say even if it is in the respective block. So no. That asset is leased asset. They say leased asset. So they are saying in the last option, since the asset is leased and right of use only, no reporting. Can you say whether D or B, which is more correct? But if you see the arrow, they say na, including the leased asset, see 10% for each class. This is CARO 2020, my material I just showed you. So answer is not D. It is for each class. Even the leased asset right of use is also there. So can you say what is the final option? Option is D. I mean B for boy. But if first question is clear, can we go to the second? See, I'm not just saying, Eda, this is the option. I'm not just saying B and going. I'm saying why it is not A, C, and D, so that you will get more insights. Correct. ROU is also included. Now, can we go to second? Okay. In the context of clause 3 to B, A, that is para 3, clause 2. Can someone say what is clause 2? Clause 2 is inventory. In inventory, there are two subpoints A and B. Now let's read. Which of the following statement is most appropriate? Inventory. Now, can you go to the case study in search of inventory? Hello, where is inventory? Here. Can you read this? DMC sanctioned a working capital of credit facility of 5.5 crores in the June, secured by current asset. Current asset means inventory, which was later on reduced to 4.5 crores. The outstanding balance as on 31st was only 3.9 crores. The sanction limit was reduced to 4.8. The quarterly statement drawing power were found to be quantitative. Management has disclosed. And before you reply, I'll show you inventory. This is the CARO inventory. There are 2 points, physical verification and 5 crores. When the sanction limit is 5 crores. Now, in the case, how much was the sanction limit? Can you guys see and say? 5.5. But later on, during the year end, it was reduced to 4.8. Do you get the point? Do you need to report under CARO? Yes ka, no ka? Answer is, see, whether at any point of time during the year, whether at any point of time during the year, you saw that it is not just at year end. Now you can read the options and say which is the correct one. Reporting is not required because the outstanding balance is below 5 crore. The outstanding balance should be seen not at the year end at any point of time, as I showed you. So, not A. Since the company is unlisted, stock statement do agree with the books. CARO is not a mandatory. See, listed company, unlisted company, there is nothing like that. CARO is exempt for. And how many exemptions? 5. Bank, insurance, Section 8, OPC, small and private. There is no exemption as such unlisted. So this is also wrong. Now say C or D. The working capital limit excess of 5 crore was sanctioned at any time. The auditor is required to mention. See, in the question, they say it agrees. See, CARO 21 clauses, it has to be reported whether it is agreeing or not. Even if it is agreeing, you can take company audit reports. Even if it is agreeing, you have to report. So the answer is C. See, D option also read. Reporting is required only when there are material discrepancies. There are material discrepancies. Is it for stock statement or physical verification? Option 1 or option 2? Is it for stock statement discrepancy or physical verification? See, physical verification when there is a discrepancy. Stock statement, they don't say like that. So option D is also not correct. Are we clear? So can we go to third one? And I keep replying, okay? So that I can go with you. So that's the intention of conducting a live. So yeah. So going to the third one. What's the third one? What would be the auditor's responsibility for the reporting of unsecured loan as discussed? Can you please go to the case study, da? Where is unsecured loan? Here. Can you go to Q3? But I'm doing as if it for the exam, how you do. This is how you have to go in search of unsecured loan. On 1st January, Sinwar Limited granted unsecured loan of 2 crore to the joint venture. Mekong Infra Limited carrying an interest of 10% and repayable. At the year end, since the first installment due and no amount has been paid to the tune was outstanding. So our loan has been granted and one installment is due as on 31st March. Can you say which clause of CARO? Loan, 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 loan. Which clause of CARO, guys? Which clause? I'll give you option. Is it clause 3 or is it clause 9? See, clause 9 will come when you have taken the loan. Clause 9 is when you have taken the loan. Clause 3 is loans, advances, investment, guarantee, security. Loan which is given. Here we have granted the loan, right? So in the class I also said 3 is the loan given and 9 is taken. When loan comes, these 3 and 9 you should think. Here it is granted, so clause 3. Now installment is overdue for how many days, guys? One installment is due. One installment is due means how many days? 30 days. Now check out loans and advances. This is clause 3 of CARO. I'm just showing the material, my material. See whether loans and advances have been provided to joint venture. Here it is joint venture. Whether terms and conditions are prejudicial. Whether repayments are regular. If it is overdue for more than 90 days, you have to report. Here, can you say, is it 90 days or below 90 days? Hello? Only one installment, na? So it has not met 90 days. Okay, so it is below 90 days. Less than 90 days. Very good. Now go to the option. Where's the option? You. Uh-huh. Here. See, the auditor is required to report as the loan will be considered as NPA. Nothing related to that. That's bank audit. Auditor must report the aggregate amount of loan granted. However, reporting of default is not required. Wait. Seems to be correct, but wait. Since the borrower is a joint venture and not subsidiary, reporting under SMA, special mention account, again it's for bank. For a bank, arrow is not applicable. Negative operating cash flows of joint venture automatically require to be reported. Nothing like that. So answer is, which is the answer, guys? It is B. One thing you take notice, default is required to be reported in clause 9 mainly, but here it is clause 3. In clause 3, they say when more than 90 days. So answer is B. La 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 la. Can I proceed to what one? Fourth one? Seda, all these questions were from CARO, which is chapter 7 reporting. All the three questions. Now comes a little of variety. BRSR. Which chapter, guys? Chapter 18, Emerging Areas. Can you read? What will be the BISM and core responsibility for reporting under BRSR? When we hear about BRSR, anyone wants to say it's outside this question scope. Ethics, look where they say about BRSR. Hello, ethics, look where they say about BRSR. In ethics, they say under ESB decisions. Do you remember? We can give advisory, we can do assurance. We should not prepare BRSR if we are the auditor. Divya, counselor ESB ada? Okay, that was just outside the scope of this question. Please say. Now, what is this company here? What is this company? Is it a listed company or what? Can you just go back and see? Where is the company? Here. Some chartered accountants were the auditors of a listed companies who falls under top 1000 listed entity. So integrated reporting for the 500 and this is for BRSR for top 1000 listed companies. So here they prepared BRSR. However, audit of BRSR was not done by the auditor. The auditor did not do the audit or assurance of BRSR. Auditor was not doing BRSR assurance. Now can you read? Fourth one, options guys. BRSR is ESG related matters and same does not fall under the scope of financial, hence should not verify the disclosure. Before even I go to the options further, can you say, Namma, as a statutory auditor, even though if you are not giving assurance on BRSR, should you verify? Tell me in one word, yes or no. Answer is we should verify because as per SA 720, what is 720? Other information. BRSR will be given in annual report. Annual report and FS, you have to see whether there is any material inconsistencies. So you should see the BRSR to see whether there is any material inconsistencies. So they say need not verify, wrong. The BISM co required to express a reasonable assurance. Nothing like that. In Companies Act, they are not saying nothing related to BRSR to give. That's not the answer. Although BRSR is outside FS. It is required under SA 720. So that should be the answer. But read the last point. Auditor is required to report compliance under CARO. Is there any CARO BRSR? Da? CARO has going concern. CARO has CSR. The CSR is which clause of CARO? Aha, gone. Which clause of CARO? CSR. CSR is clause number 20. But BRSR is not there. So answer is C. So last question. A. 21 is consolidated financial. I was asking CSR. CSR is 20. So last one. Hello, come on. So this was chapter 18, huh? The last one. I mean, this one. With respect to the Microsoft Power BI, ahaha, which chapter came to your mind? Power BI, Alteryx, Caseware, lot of things were there. Yeah. As a part of computer assisted CAT. So digital auditing, chapter 12. So yeah, with respect to Power BI, in identifying the high value transaction recorded non-business hours, which of the following represent the correct approach to be followed? The company is using Power BI, so directly let's read the option. The auditor may rely entirely on the outputs generated as it provides sufficient and appropriate evidence. See, even though companies using the Power BI automated, can you entirely rely? There are a lot of risk associated. You should not entirely rely. Wrong. The analytics may be considered as sufficient and appropriate evidence, no further procedure. The Power BI will do the trend analysis, etc. You can directly rely no further procedure. So basically, risk is high in automation. So you have to do further procedure. Let's say 315 risk assessment, 330 response. You have to perform more procedure. The auditor should use analytics output to identify unusual, thereafter perform additional. Since CARO does not mandate the use of data, the entire question is regarding CARO. They say CARO. Nothing in CARO related to Power BI or CAT. So the answer is C. You should take the data from the software, then you should see where is the deviation, perform more procedure there. So are you clear with the full case study, guys? If so, can we go to the independent MCQs? Hello, come on. I'll give you 1 or 2 minutes rest after finishing all the MCQs. Let's go. Okay. So case scenario over. This is the independent MCQ. Bank audit. See, bank audit, there is something called as DTL. What is DTL? Demand time liabilities. So while calculating the DTL is, and you have to think from bank point of view, not from your point of view as a borrower. From bank point of view, this is chapter 14, bank audit. There are certain items that should be included in deferred, no. Demand and time liability, there are certain items to be excluded. If you see my material, same as in ICA only, there are certain items which are excluded from the DTL calculation. There are certain items which is included in DTL calculation. See, I'm not taking class, so let's discuss with concept. So can you please reply, even though you have not studied or even though if you have forgotten, just try to guess. I'm here to rectify. So while calculating the DTL, you observe the following. These 5 items, something they have included, something excluded. You are supposed to say, In computation of DTL, that is incorrect. So, can you reply whether this is correct or not? Just say correct or incorrect. The net credit balance of branch adjustment account. Now, this is from this one only. From the branch adjustment account. See, branch adjustment account means it's part of this. So, correct or incorrect? In DTL, it should be included. Amount received from ECGC, invoking the guarantee. So, amount received means it's not part of the liability. So, it should be excluded. They have done correctly. They wanted only incorrect. Amount received, received. Detail is demand and time liability. This is received. For sundry debtors, sundry deposits, they say specifically they should be excluded. So they said include, wrong. Unaccounted inward remittance on behalf of customers. So bankers are receiving something on behalf of customers, so they have to repay liability. So this should be included. Margins. Margins means you cannot use, you kept away. So that is also excluded, but they said included. So they asked which is incorrect. So the option is 3 and 5. They did not ask what all should be include or exclude. They said in the computation which is incorrect, they asked. Hello, can you reply? So the answer is very good. The answer is option D. Please go through, because in MTP1, which we will discuss in next session, MTP1 also, I have seen a similar descriptive question from DTL. Hello. So please mark it. And if you have not studied at the DTL, please go through the inclusion, exclusion logically. Similar question was there in MTP1. Yeah, I remember. India wants to know, can I go to 7th? Even though if you have not studied, I do understand. Please go through. Sanita, idu matram padichu vekkada. At least just go through this computation. Okay. What is 7th one? Here. An audit team was scheduled to conduct the year-end physical verification of inventory. Now, when you hear about inventory, what all will come to your mind? Just 1 minute outside your question. Caro clause 2 will come, SA 501 will come, AS and Ind AS will come. But guys, achicho, question is not that. However, due to unexpected travel restrictions, safety, auditors unable to visit the warehouse. So they wanted to use augmented reality. Watch out. This is the second MCQ from the same chapter, digital audit. I don't know. For those who have attended the class, they may agree. I've always said to them, don't leave digital audit. At least study for the MCQ. Haven't I emphasized many times? Hello, reply those who have attended. How many times I've said, even digital auditing for the batches I've taken, not lastly, towards the middle of the batch so that we won't omit. Please, guys, don't omit. Okay? Slogan. So there are 4 things now: using of drone, using of augmented reality, using of virtual reality, using of metaverse. Your doubts, etc., you can WhatsApp me. Other than RTP, Kaitan, you can WhatsApp me. Okay. So can you say how augmented reality would assist the auditor in the situation? See, augmented reality, we were saying about Pokemon. You remember? Can you reply which is the correct one? In augmented reality, a real environment with added elements. That time we were talking about that, that what you call? Amazon, we were talking about lens cart, etc. Then about the interior decorator, etc. Example we were saying, augmented reality, Pokemon Go. So real world with added elements that seems to be correct, but wait. Step forward, real world with touch and smell. Array, what is that? With the help of this, user can explore simulated words. It is simulated. You play the games in the malls, etc. with that, what you call, with that glasses. This is which one? Simulation is there. That is for the virtual realities. So not this. They have asked augmented reality. In captured, which is combined with the alternative source to optimize quality execution speed. That is again not augmented. So the answer is A. Augmented reality is real world. Virtual reality is a simulated one. So answer is A. Hello, I wanted to finish in 30 minutes. Come on, time is running. Can we go to the last question? 30 minutes the MCQ. Huh? This is the easiest one, I feel. Garman Associates were appointed as the auditor of an unlisted company for following observation. Observation 1. Major flood during the year damaged one of the warehouses, resulting in loss. Management has disclosed in the FS loss is not so material. Observation 2. Due to the flood, certain transaction records were completely destroyed, no duplicate. Impact is material but not pervasive. So, under which heading you should report? Again, this is chapter 7 reporting. Now, can you reply? First one, where will you report the adequately disclosed? Na? So, EOMP. Second one, yeah, SA 7, not 6. Second one, where will you report the see unavailability of evidence, but it is not pervasive. So, qualified adverse disclaimer. Second one. Second one is yes, qualified. Why? Because it is not pervasive. If it is pervasive, you will go for disclaimer. So first one is emphasis, second one is qualified. So answer is A. That was simple, na? So with that, done. Can you reply, are you all okay with the MCQs? See, I know I've taken somewhere around 30 minutes plus, but my intention was not just to say answer A, answer B, answer C. If you wanted that, you could have seen in the RTP itself. Why am I here? Why are you here? I wanted to explain mainly why it is not other three options so that you will get more clarity on the subject and the concept. Are you okay? So take 1 minute rest and let me know whether we can go with the descriptive. Descriptive part. Where is that? Yeah, descriptive part we have from question 9 to question 20. So we have around 12 questions da. So what I'm planning is that if you want to see the answer, it's there in the RTP itself. So you can just go through. So what I intend is like for the exam, how to think the descriptive, how to present, what to present, the answer is there. No point in showing the entire answer again. If you want, I can easily show how to present, how to conclude. See, the biggest issue which I feel students are facing. Can you guys reply for those who have already attempted or those who know some MTP or whatever it is? Please reply. So the main issue is to identify answers now. So that's how we are going to see. If you want to sit and discuss everything, we won't be able to. I'll say how to present, how to think, how to identify topic. Answer is there in the RTP. Bank audit, if you have left, Sanita and Priya, I would suggest at least go through the advances, DTL calculations, the important points at least you go through. See, if it comes in a descriptive, maybe you can take a little chance, but still, okay. 30 seconds more. Let me know by saying proceed. Hi, guys, all of you doing well? And thank you for replying so proactively in the chat. Please continue. Don't show law of diminishing marginal utility. Okay. Hi, Abhi. Hi, Sanita. I called your name correctly. See? Hi, Priya. Kaitan, you can WhatsApp me after this class. I'll help you out. I don't know whether I'm calling your name correct. Ada, time up. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then give me a proceed. Array. Can we proceed? Now, the biggest thing is, I felt this was a very good question from quality control. When you hear quality control, it is SA 220, SQC 1. Then you have NFRA, quality, NFRA, peer review board, quality review board. That's its chapter. So watch out the questions, guys. In the ICI question paper, it will come for one full page and next page also. Such a big question. So let's go as if in the exam, how to identify. Ada, be with me. Whenever you see such a big question, my humble request is please read from the last sentence, because last sentence will have what they want. You are required to examine compliance requirements relating to engagement performance, consultation, engagement quality control review. Now you know what it is. It is SQC1. We didn't even read the case. In that, 3 points only they are asking. But how many elements for quality control? Can someone reply? How many elements are there for quality control? 6 elements are there. Are they asking acceptance of client? Are they asking about ethical requirement? No. They are asking only about engagement performance. They are asking about the consultation, and they are asking about quality review. But if you don't read this, without reading this, if you go above, 2 times you need to read. Now you know only these 3 they want. Now you can read above. So like for the exam we are doing. Where is above? Ah. Now run through. KRM Associate is the auditors of Velocity listed company. And a listed company means who should come? Correct. Who should come? EQCR should come. One second. EQCR should come. Okay. The firm has experienced partner and engagement quality control reviewer for listed audit. During the audit, following matters are noticed. Now you can say revenue of 11250 crores recognized using percentage of completion method, cost to cost input method, significant variation in claims, escalation clause included. On management assessment, high probability of recovery. Can you say, is this an area that require high risk assessment or low risk? See, accounting estimates, significant account management judgment, significant judgments of management, that's an area that is risk higher. Because if risk is high, what you have to do, more you have to direct and supervise the team. Ma'am, how did you get it? Because in the question they say engagement performance. In engagement performance, engagement partner should direct, supervise, review the work of engagement team. So here it's a risk high, judgment, significant judgment. So more direction and supervision should be there. Impairment testing of investment, where cash flow was based on aggressive assumptions. Again, it's an area that require more direction, supervision of the engagement team. Disagreement between senior member of the team and engagement partner regarding inclusion of claim. Can you say whenever there is a difference of opinion, it's not differences of opinion between engagement partner and engagement quality control reviewer. No, it's a differences of opinion between the team and the partner. Why? Because it is a some complex transaction. In such case, you should go for. Can you reply? In such case, you should go for consultation. If it is difference of opinion between EP and EQCR resolved as per firm policy, it is here, that word, difficult and contentious matter, you should go for consultation. So next is consultation. The firm did not have internal infrastructure specialist, so they obtained external. But no proper documentation was maintained. Valida, invalida, not valid. They should have maintained proper documentation, so quality control is weak. Now, engagement quality control reviewer, listed company. Review was conducted at summary level. It is EQCR. What's the responsibility? He should review the entire work, not only the summary, not valid. Detailed evaluation of significant judgment was not performed. One area where EQCR should review is significant judgments. Accounting estimate, he did not perform, invalid. Report was signed before EQCR's documentation. So one of the point is engagement partner should sign only after EQCR has reviewed and documented. He signed before, invalid. Difference of opinion was not documented. Array, it has to be documented, na? Working papers contain general review notes and not detailed. See, whenever consultation is taken, it should be documented. Which matter, how consultation, and what was the response. So here, how to present the answer. And I will discuss only good questions like this in detail. Other question I'll say. If it is repeated questions or something else, I will say. Simple question, I'll just guide you and go. So here, how to present. Can you say we analyzed? I wish or I advise you to put three separate headings in your answer. So you can start. I'll show you RTP answer. You can start with the heading quality control. Then you can start as per SQC1. You can give an intro sentence. Then they have asked only these three. So put separate heading, engagement performance, explain, and say in the given case, what happened? These were the issues. Then put the next heading. I will show RTP answer. Consultation, explain the theory part of consultation, and then say in the given case, what happened? Then put a heading regarding EQCR review. Then explain it the theory part, then say in the given case. Now, finally, after these three headings, finally you should give a conclusion. Therefore, in the given case, what's the firm name? Yeah, KRM and associate, the quality control is not proper since the above factors or since no proper documentation, EQCR review, etc. Did you understand the structure of the answer or how to think and how to present? Can you reply? After that, I'll show you the answer of RTP. So you have to always write specifically to the question and not general. If you are going to elaborate ethical requirements, if you are going to elaborate what you call what are leadership, if you are elaborating assignment of team, no mark. What they have asked, these three you elaborate, that is say in the given case and conclude. Can I show the RTP? Now don't sit and read every answer, just see the presentation. There's the answer. Can you give me 1 minute? I'll show you the answer. Okay, watch out. So I always say to students, especially the workout batch students, I say, na, put the heading. Without headings, answer won't have a structure. So put a heading, quality control of the firm. Now, as per SQC1, this will be your intro para. Then you see, you explain engagement, performance, the theory part of the SQC. Then you say high risk areas, what they have not maintained. They have not directed or not proper documentation. See, no proper supervision, no documentation. Then say about consultation. In the given case, what happened? Disagreement. What disagreement? They have not documented. Consultation. Then EQCR, significant judgment. You explain the theory. In the given case, what happened? Finally, conclusion. Therefore, in the given case, whatever it is, in the KRM, in the velocity, they did not maintain proper. Hence, they failed to comply with the above 3 points. See, I'm not here to teach the theory, but to guide you how to present, how to think, and how to write the answer. Can you reply whether question 1 is clear? I felt that was a good question, so please mark it. Hi. Okay, where's the question? Yeah. Okay. If question number 9 clear, which is the first question of descriptive, I felt that was a good one. Can you say proceed to 10? Eda, are you okay with this approach? I mean, without showing the directly the RTP answer, I'm saying what to think, how to present, what not to present, and the format of presentation. Can I go like this for the balance question? If it is a direct question, like say for example, if it's a direct question from say digital auditing, I'll just say this is the answer, this is the presentation, and go. Someone is asking about MCP. MCP1 discussion will be day after tomorrow. That I'll let you know. Okay. So next, completion and review. Just completion and review. Chapter number 6. Yo, okay, we need not see chapters wise. We'll just go through questions. Eda, see. Oh, yeah, a similar question is there in ICA material. A class we should have discussed. Testing of understanding question, I guess. Similar question. So I'll just quickly discuss. So repeat. CA Kanishka is the audit of a company engaged in poultry farming, egg production. Company performed very well. Sales grown and company had expanded the operation. However, over past 2 years, company's financial performance deteriorated significantly due to pandemic, bird flu. Consequently, turnover declined. Management wanted to now start new birds. Working capital of the company granted by the bank have been restructured. She was informed that repayment of restructured working capital has begun from the ensuing year. No fresh credit facilities has been granted. Company plans to take additional measures to prevent the safety. Further, facing allegation. I said, but I didn't do. I'm sorry. First, what you have to read? Read the last para. So since it was a repeated question, I knew this question, so that's why I went like this. So, can you see the last para? The management has prepared cash flow forecast. Discuss the approach to be followed in examining going concern with specific reference to cash forecast. Hello, which essay? Ade B, Ade Subi, both of you are right. Others? Yes, Zil Joseph. Answer is 570. Now, I don't want you to say 570 and I don't want you to show RTP and go. I wanted you to say, how will you present? Is it a general or specific 570 question? 570, 570, 570, going concern, 570. Um, it's specific. They themselves said specific reference to cash forecast. Now, can you say, how will you present? Ada, come on, how many times I've guided you? Say, put a heading going concern. Okay. Now you can start. Ada, put a starting sentence or an intro para. Just one sentence. Don't beat around the bush. Okay. So first you say, as per essay 570, going concern. Maybe you can write objective. Just one sentence. Whether going concern appropriate MU, SDGC, material uncertainty, significant doubt, report. After that, elaborate what? Only cash flow. How will you elaborate, or what will you elaborate rather? Uh, First para. Second para, you write about the cash flow, where entity has prepared cash flow forecast. 2 points are there. Can you say, whenever they have prepared cash forecast, you have to examine the reliability of underlying data, and you have to check the underlying assumptions used. So you have to elaborate. This will be the second para. So this is the first part answer, discuss approach. Now, in the given case, you have to elaborate with specific reference to cash forecast. Before you say the answer, what is cash forecast? We are asking, company, you are having so much of problem. Your turnover has declined. So company will prepare a forecast for the next 3 years or next 2 years or whatever it is, how they are going to inflow and outflow they will prepare. Now, as an auditor, you have to evaluate the preparation done by management, the inflow and outflow. So now, can you say in the given case, what all issued? Third para, in the given case. See, management has going to start new batch of birds. New batch of birds, if they want to buy, they need fund. So the first point is, for the new batch of birds, how fund will be arranged. That you have to check. Then you have to check no credit facilities. How bank is going to grant, from where? That's the second thing. Third, uh, there is aggressive vaccine. The expenditure has increased. How it is going to impact or how it will affect, you have to check. Then, fourth, animal feed suppliers. Fourth one, animal feed suppliers. They are not giving credit. How they will get credit from animal feed suppliers? Then they are facing allegation from the villagers. How that will impact the FS, the non-compliance? These 5 points you have to state specifically and link it to cash forecast, how it will be built. That's the answer. Can you reply whether you understood that? These 5 points, they are specifically. I'll show you the RTP answer. Hello. I'll show you how this 5. Where is the answer? This, na? No. This. Mm, Put a heading going concern. This is the intro para. Okay. Then the second para regarding the cash forecast. In the given case, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are the 5 things? The same thing. How livestock, how the fund is arranged, sanction letters, credit from the animal feed, increase expenditure, how they will meet allocation. This is how you should present. Can you reply? Ma'am, how did you understand? Because question said specifically with reference to the forecast. So students, I feel they might mess up where, first para they will write. Second also they will write. In the given case, maybe the place where you won't link it with the forecast. See, I'm not saying negatively, I'm just saying where you should be careful. Uh, Kaitan, you understood now? Can I proceed to 11? I will give you rest after 1 or 2 questions. I'll give you 1 or 2 minutes rest. Now, can we proceed? Okay, 11. 11 is a easy question, da. So I'll run through. I'll say I'll run through, but I'm sitting and explaining. Come on. ABC is a okay. As I've said, go to the last part. Let's follow exam approach. Required. Explain how auditor should report above matter and basis. So you know something in basis for opinions. State any reporting requirement is there. What type of opinion? So now when you go through the case study, think of these and go. Basis of opinion, type of opinion, legal requirements. Now read. Where? ABC is a listed entity. Manufacturing during the audit, you noted the following. Company overstated closing inventory by 8.75 crores due to incorrect valuation of stock. Now you will think about CARO clause, but no need of CARO here. You know why? They ask specifically for basis, type of opinion, and any other requirements. They have not asked legal requirements, etc. CARO. So they are just limiting themselves to types of opinion basis. The company has not disclosed the material pending litigation of 12 crore, which has to be disclosed. Now, can you say what are these two cases? Can I say this is a material misstatement? Yes or no? Overstating material misstatement. Here you have to state reasons in basis for opinion, basis for qualified adverse, whatever it is, and you have to express a modified opinion. Here, what? Can I say this is a non disclosure, which is again a misstatement, which you have to say in basis for opinion. Now, what will you say in basis for opinion? But think that you're an auditor, you're reporting. First case, you will say description of matter. Uh, in the given case, there is a inventory which is overvalued by 8.75 crores and you will describe. In the second case, what you will say, what was the non-disclosure? Um, you will say, then you will describe the matter unless prohibited by law. Whatever non-disclosure is not there, you should report. See, legal matter you should not report. Unless prohibited by law, you should report this. Are you clear? So whenever you include a basis for opinion para, four things should come. What is the matter? Describe. How it affected the FS, impact on FS. You should quantify. quantify. How much is the impact? See, 8.75 and 12. Then you should explain the non-disclosure, 12 crores. And all these things should be done only if it is not prohibited by law. Can you answer whether you understood? And what type of opinion you will give? He obtained sufficient and appropriate evidence. These are material but not pervasive. So, can you say what opinion will you give? Hello? Anyway, not unmodified. Which opinion will you give, guys? Qualified, disclaimer, adverse. Since it is material and not pervasive, as we have discussed earlier also, yeah. You will go for qualified. Now, my concern is how will you present? I've discussed the answer. How will you present? Can you say? Start with sitting in the exam hall, this should go through your mind. Start with the heading. What heading? Any heading. Heading doesn't have answer. You say modified opinion. Then, as per essay 705, objective or something you can give as intro para. Then they say basis for opinion, how? See, whenever there is a qualified opinion, adverse disclaimer, amendment in the heading should come. What heading? Amendment. You have to put the heading basis for opinion. No, sorry. Basis for qualified opinion. Instead of basis for opinion, you have to put the basis for qualified. Why? It is material and not pervasive. This is the first para, this is the second para. Now you say that two case. In the given case, sit and explain these two. In the given case, now there are 2 points. In the given case, you explain this and say, since there is a overstatement, overstatement, you have to describe the inventory overstatement of 8.75 crore. Now, in the given case, one more. In the given case, there is a non-disclosure. Whenever there is a non-disclosure, you have to communicate with ECWG. You will include in basis if unless it is prohibited by law. Hello, did you can you acknowledge? So 2 points in the given case. Why? Two separate cases. Now, conclusion. This will be the in the given case, but two para. Conclusion. Hence, auditor shall report in the basis for opinion these four things. Which four things? This description of the matter, financial impact you have to quantify, non-disclosure you will say, if it is practicable under the law. See, I'm not here to teach. I'm here to say how to present and how to think and how to conclude. Hello, can you acknowledge whether you are there with me? You want RTP answer? Where is RTP's answer? No, that's always correct. Don't believe in what anyone says unless I says. I'm agreeing. So yeah, we'll see RTP. See, intro heading you have to put as per essay 705 intro para. Now amendment in the heading from basis go to basis for qualified. Then in the given case, there are two cases, case 1, case 2. Now conclusionally you say description, quantify that overstatement, non-disclosure state unless prohibited by law. Similar point only we said. I'll give you 2 minutes rest after the next question. Can you say proceed? Actually, this question was easy. But can I say where students might make the mistake? See, wherever you know No point in saying again. I should point out the mistake part now. Mainly they might mess up in the presentation part. Do you agree? Maybe you will write all these things together. You need two parts in your answer. For this one, for this one. Presentation is the issue here. Identifying qualified opinion is very simple. Hmm. The workout batch we have set and done. I'll give you 2 minutes rest after the next question. Read, guys. Life is a race. Run, 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 run. Run, guys. Run. Every run. How? Related services. Chartered accountant, okay. It's a very small question, huh? Okay, we'll follow that pattern. In the context, analyze the matters that a practitioner should ensure clearly understood and agree with the management before commencing engagement. But this is a direct question, so just say, I will go. You have been requested to undertake compilation. The financial information is required by group while considering the acceptance. Practitioner holds preliminary discussion in the context what practitioner should do. Can you say which standard? A compilation, guys. Compilation is with standard SRS 4410. Now, compilation has, good Monisha, other senator, it has three parts now: planning, acceptance, performing, reporting. In class, I've guided you which part they are asking. Acceptance, which is the first part, planning and acceptance. In acceptance, what all matters you should agree. Presentation is easy, it's a direct question. So, can you recap? I've taught you like this. You know, essay 210. 210 is for audit, 210 is not applicable here. 210, there are 5 points in letter. Same 5 points will come plus one more. So, can you say what are the contents? But when you accept, you have to state in the engagement letter 5 points in 210 plus one extra point. First point, what? Same points in 210. I'm assuming basis okay. First, what? Objective and scope. Then what? After objective and scope, responsibility of practitioner, not auditor, practitioner's responsibility. Then responsibility of management, responsibility of management that you have to elaborate, providing complete information, internal control, preparation, that you have to elaborate. Then FRF in preparation, form and content of report. The same 5 points is there in SC 210 plus one more. See, this is a specific work. So why are you compiling? The use and distribution of this. Here, do you need a introduction? I would say yes. Put a heading compilation. Then you put as per SRS 4410, give an intro. Do you need a conclusion here? Can you guys reply? See, they have not given anything company or they have not given anything. So you can just write following are the matters in acceptance and wind up. No need of conclusion. Monisha, you want to check out? Where is the answer? So always I have put a heading. This is the intro para. Now I've changed the order. Objective and scope we set first. Then responsibility of practitioner, management you have to explain. Then FRF, form and content of report, and use and distribution including restriction. See, they have not given conclusion. Why? Because it is not a case study. Hello, are you okay? The we have discussed four descriptive or yeah, four descriptive question like you present for the exam full content. And I've showed you the answer also. Are you following? Hmm? 10 minutes. Okay. So 1 minute or 1.5 minutes, can you take rest and let me know by saying proceed? Don't go anywhere, duh. Let's finish the session. Just take 1 minute rest or 2 minutes, whatever it is, and let me know by saying proceed. So guys, how's study going? Ma'am, don't ask. Okay, not asking. Had food? No, ma'am, session, don't ask. Okay. What else to say? Say something, na? 1 hour up. You can WhatsApp me after the class. I will show you. Right then, you can WhatsApp me. So what I feel is ideally 100 marks paper, 100 marks, 180 minutes, 3 hours. So 1.8 minutes for 1 mark. So if it is a 5 marks question, you 1.8 into 5, 9 minutes or 10, whatever it is. So maximum you should take only 8 to 9 minutes. 4 marks reduced to 8 minutes or 7 minutes. So when you practice also, I've told in class and I've guided, you have to put a timer and then only do. If you do half an hour in this, even see in the class also I've done like this. If you put so much of time when you practice, your brain is like a monkey. It will follow only what it is used to. So 9 minutes timer and practice. And 30 seconds more. I want everyone to say ready. If you ready, I'm ready. Nan ready. Ning ready? Next. Ready ആണെങ്കിൽ പറ. Come on, can we proceed? Ready. Thank you. As if a thank you, Mane. What about others? Gone for the lunch? Come back, guys. No. നന്ദിയുണ്ട് ഇവയെ. Okay, Sanita. Others have gone for lunch. Okay. Yeah. So let's go with 13. Very small question, but let's follow exam approach. In the above circumstances, explain factors affecting the acceptance and continuation of review engagement. So you understood the question is relating to review acceptance stage. Also state the situation unless required by law, practitioner should not accept. Ida, without even reading above, can you say which SRE they are using the word practitioner and they are not using the word auditor? So which SRE? Practitioner, auditor. So only two SRE, 2400 and 2410. Here it is practitioner, so it is SRE 2400. Now there are three parts: acceptance and continuation, then planning and performing, then reporting. Here they said acceptance and continuation factors. In class, see, I'm going with that flow. In class, I've guided you. You remember? Practitioner is a new person and not auditor. Before he accepts, similar points, like in audit, similar point in essay 210 and essay 220. See, acceptance of audit, these are the two essays. Same points in essay 210 and 220 you should consider. You remember that? See, in 220 we say what? First, you have to see the integrity. Same, review also you have to see integrity. Second, you have to see whether you can follow, practitioner can follow with the ethical requirement. 220 also says. Then, in 210, you say whether there is any limitations on scope. If there is limitation, precondition, you should not accept. Similar in 210. Then you see whether you are given access to all data. Data is whether unavailable or unreliable. These points you'll get from 220 and 210. Same for SRA also. Now, one more point you have to add. See, you are appointed extra to conduct review. So, now which is the extra point you have to add? Whether practitioner is satisfied with the rationale for review. Rationale. I'll show you IC answer up. Rationale for review and whether the review engagement is appropriate. Whether review is appropriate in the case. If these conditions are violated, practitioner shall not accept the engagement. That's it. Oh, you can just start by writing SRE heading, then give an intro para as per SRE 2400. In the following cases, should not accept when there is a doubt on integrity, unable to comply with ethical, but where you might make a small issue is elaboration should come. You can't just write integrity, elaboration. Can we see IC answer? Where's it done? Here. So put a heading. This is the intro para. Factors. Unless required by a law, should not accept in the following cases. I will say in our flow. First, what did we say? Integrity. Second, what did we say? And ethical requirements. Where is ethical here? Third, what did we say? Limitation. Then unavailable. Same points in 210, 220. Plus, not satisfied with the rational purpose or the review engagement is appropriate. But see, they have written the full sentence. So when you write for the exam, you also write full sentence and with the same black pen, underline this. These words you can. So no need of conclusion. That's a direct question. See, they are highlights. No confusion. Can you acknowledge whether you heard me? If you have heard and if you are okay. Question 13 is over. Can you say question 14? 14, 14, 14. Hello. Wow. How many of you like digital auditing or how many of you left, studied left? May I get a reply? Then I'll continue. Just for my interest sake. Hmm. If you studied, put S. If not, put left. But I always feel, no, ma'am, confidentiality, we won't say. What is this, da? Confidentiality violation. P clause, arrest, don't joke. I've always said in class, this is one of the chapter which is easy. Once you study it conceptually, okay. If you feel it is difficult, don't omit at least for MCQ. See 4 marks MCQ from this chapter and then another 4 marks. So somewhere around 4 to 7 marks it might come. Minimum 4 marks. And it's mandatory. So if you see internal audit, PSU audit, it might or may not come. Whereas digital auditing somewhere 4 marks almost every attempt, emerging also 4 to 5 marks every attempt. I'm happy that. Mm. Okay. So now you see. What are the last step? What are the common risks associated with using blockchain and discuss implications? So it's a direct question. Can we revise? Not this question, I'm revising entire. See, there are five automated tools. Can someone reply? Ada, ada, ada. Look out our notes. Five tools. One, IoT, Internet of Things. Then, Tesla car. What? Artificial intelligence. Then, repeated process will be automated. Robotic process automation. Aha. That decentralized ledger, which is blockchain. Hey, you know my drawing, which is NFT, non-fungible tokens. In class, I have specifically told you when you study, and I watch out our notes, when you study these five. It's a direct question, so I'm not discussing, I'm guiding. When you study these five, study three things. What is this tool? What is the risk associated? And how audit will be effect on audit implications. Here, it's a direct question about blockchain. So put a heading blockchain. Then, first you start. What is blockchain? See, this is not SA or SRE or Companies Act or C Act. So no as per. So directly write blockchain, decentralized ledger, distribution, etc. That's the first para. Next, you write what is the risk. Second para, you will elaborate the risk associated with using blockchain. The risk is what? You should have, I'll just say I'm not writing, you should have specific protocols. Management should imply the plan if there is any contingency plan. Necessary data should be there. Compliance of this should happen. Then, third, this one. What is the implications on audit? See, as an auditor, you should know about the governance, security issue, data confidentiality, privacy. Now, do you need to conclude? Yes. Fourth parallel, you write in the given case, the impression limited is a whatever it is, and you conclude. So your answer should have four parts. If the question is not only from blockchain, any of these four mainly, right? What are the risk associated? Then audit implication, and if it is a case study, here it is a case. Conclude. Can you acknowledge whether you understood? Here they have asked about blockchain. Maybe for the exam they may ask about RPA. Same approach. Same format you can follow. So when you study these tools, be sure you are okay with these three. Hello? Ma'am, show the answer. Yes, I will show. Wait. Where's the answer? Hmm. I always go with heading blockchain. See, blockchain is a decentralized distributed ledger, is validated, all blocks are sequenced. This is the intro part. What? Next part. Second. This is intro part. Risk associated. See, company should have specific for protocol, management process, contingency plan. Team should be adapting to the process. Third part, audit implication. You should see the governance and security protocols, confidentiality, privacy cannot be ignored, all those, non-compliance. Fourth part, in the given case. So three things mandatory: what, risk, implications. Are you following? Hello? Ada, if my audio and video is clear and you are there, can you say proceed? Hi. Proceed. Oh, thank you. Proceed. Okay, thanks. Bank. What is this? Bank audit now. Can you read the during the audit of Fairbank cash credit? Watch out, this is cash credit. Sanctioned limit is 4 crore. Outstanding balances 4.10. Excess is excess over limit is 15 days. You remember whenever there is a CC or OD, you have to check whether sanction limited, drawing power, and outstanding balance. The outstanding balance should not exceed the sanction limit or drawing power. Okay. Now, excess limit is only for 15 days. See, you always check for 90 days, it is only 15 days, which is a temporary thing. Okay, only 15 days, no 90 days, not 90 days, not overdue for 90 days. At overdue, you have to check for 90 days. Latest stock statement is available for 31st. Renewal date is 28th. Can someone say stock statement is not available for renewal for dash days? Then you treat the account as improper. How many days stock statement is not available? For those who have studied bank audit, it is 180 days. Okay, 180 days stock statement is not available and renew cannot be done, then it will be treated as irregular. Here it is not 180 days only. Very good. Very good, Monisha. Happy. Here it is only less than 180 days. So it is a issue or a temporary deficiency. It is only a temporary deficiency. Interest is served regularly. No amount is overdue. So no amount is overdue. So it is not standard asset and not NPA. Drawing power is also calculated. Branch manager treated the above account as standard. Examine. Before you go to the answer or RTP answer, can you say whether classification by bank manager as standard asset, proper or improper? Makla, cello, proper or improper? Buddies, we discuss everything, na? Answer is it is proper. Why? It is only a temporary deficiency. That word is important. It's only a temporary deficiency, and you have to explain each point here. Ma'am, how to write? You put a heading bank audit. Audit of bank NPA norms or PA norms, whatever it is. Then you can write each case. Here you have to write each case. First, write about the credit facility. First para you write about credit facility, 4 crore, 4.10, but it is not for more than 90 days, only 15 days. Second, you write about the stock statement. Stock statement, it will be 180 days. Here it is not 180 days. Therefore, it's only a temporary deficiency. I will show you I say answer, okay? Before that, I have to guide you now. Then, interest. Third, you write about interest and no overdue. That you write. Then, fourth, drawing power is calculated. It is less than 3 months. That also write. Therefore, classification as standard is proper. This is not NPA. It is only a temporary efficiency. Ma'am, how did you understand these points? That's the only question. Here you can start as per no need of introduction. See, if it is essay or SRE, we can give an introduction. What intro we can give? You can directly start in the given case and explain that. See, unlike the inter law paper, there is no specific format. Each chapter, each question needs its own approach. How we will understand? Work out, work out, work out. And unless you say understood or okay, I won't proceed. Why? You should have all the fun. I'll show you I see answer. Understood? Reader, you can put a heading. Heading is only for presentation. See, directly they started in the given case. First, they are saying about CC, only 15 days, no 90 days. Second, they are saying about the drawing power availability, that. Then they are saying it's a temporary in nature, hence standard asset by the branches in accordance with RBI, IRAC, income recognition of its classification norms. So that word temporary deficiency, temporary is little important. Yo, where is this? நிக்கணா போகணும் நிக்கணுமா போகணுமா? Can I go? Proceed. Chalo. Oh, wait, I've lost my question. Yeah. But just five more questions. Let's finish in a glory, na. Proceed. And maintaining consistency from beginning to end is very important. Always I say energy should come from the mind and body. Body will leave saying tired, ma'am. It's been 1.5 hours, ma'am. Hot, hungry. But energy should come from the mind. You should be dedicated, guys. Come on. PSU. Da. It's a good thing. Yeah. Identify the type of audit suitable in this scenario. Issues you should examine in the type of audit. PSC audit, how many types of audit we have learned? Chapter 15. 5 types of audit, na? Financial auditor, compliance auditor, comprehensive auditor, performance auditor, propriety audit. In class, I've said many times, 50 to 60% of the question will come. They will give a situation and they will ask you to identify the audit. Can you say which type of audit is it? Engaged in power generation, completed 5 years, accuracy. It is not to evaluate accuracy of FS, so it's not financial audit. Overall performance, preliminary review. The overall performance preliminary review. So performance means it might be performance audit, but reach several project overruns, installed capacity, fuel consumption. They are doing a detailed work. They are not just doing performance. If it is only performance, okay, performance audit. They are not saying about the expenditure. I mean, infructuous. So it's not propriety also. Are they saying about legal matters or some regularity? No. So not compliance audit. So answer is comprehensive audit. Use your ruling out. And you remember in a flow, I've given some areas in comprehensive audit. Hi, what's out our class notes there? In comprehensive audit, areas to be covered. First, capital. Whenever capital is there, you should have returns. And a flow, to earn the returns, you should start production. For production, you should have proper systems. In system, you should have proper purchase policies. In purchase policy 6, cost control. To control the cost, there should be proper research development. Then for that system, etc., should be efficient, effective. Inefficient should be identified and tracked. Do you remember the keywords which are given? Very good. That's right. I'm glad all the copy of your messaging. Correct, Sanita, Asap, Priyadarshini. So that's it. Now, biggest thing is how will you present? Put a heading comprehensive audit. Then explain about comprehensive audit, issues involved, you say. That's it. No need of conclusion. It's a direct question. I'll show you RTP answer. See, put a heading comprehensive. Now explain comprehensive audit. Same sentence we have written vary from enterprises to enterprise, following other issues. But order may be different. I've gone different order. uh, First capital, then return on capital. For that, there should be proper production. Production, they should have systems. In system, there is purchase policies, purchase policies. In policy, cost control should be there. R&D, then economic and inefficient. Ineffective, insufficient. So that's it. No need of conclusion. Can I get a proceed if this is okay? Where is it? Comprehensive audit and performance audit, the difference. See, Kuta, performance audit, we will go only with three E's mainly: economy, efficiency, effectiveness. You won't go in detail. If this much was given, you can be saying performance audit might come. However, here they are saying installed capacity. Installed capacity is nothing to do with performance audit. Consumption, cost overruns. Here it is detailed. They are going beyond the performance also. It's not just limited to performance. That's why we concluded that it is comprehensive. Priyadarshini? Exactly. Can I get a proceed to 17 question, please? Hello, 17? Where is 17? That's also a direct question, I feel. Okay. Explain the purpose and importance of audit trail. When you hear about audit trail, Companies Act also will come to your mind. You remember where in Companies Act, whether the company is having a accounting software, having audit trail, edit log, operating throughout, not tampered, properly preserved. 143.3 J, Companies Act. Not related to this question, I'm just asking. Explain purpose and importance of audit trail. Advice, internal control. It's a direct question, but from the question itself, you'll get the answer. Internal audit chapter. Implemented a new ERP. Some user IDs are being shared. Not clear about the features. Access log configurations are not routinely reviewed. So first you should say about importance of audit trail, then controls. Can you revise? To the heading audit trail. Heading is only for presentation. Audit trail. Then write what is audit trail. What you write. Audit trail or otherwise called as, there is another name now, edit log is up. Step by step tracing of the transaction from back to the original, from report. Chronological order. Then you write audit trail should have what done, when done, who done. You remember I've shown you the timestamp. Then all these should be integrated into the accounting software. So this will be the first part. You have to write what, then about the importance of audit trail. Then what are the controls? There are 4 or 5 points now. What are the controls in audit trail? Trail should not be deactivated or disabled. Why am I writing? Deactivated, it should not be. Then ID should not be shared. Proper backup should be taken. Um, Edit log. Access should be given to authorized person. It's a direct question, guys. So if you want, you can conclude. So as per the above facts, it shows that is it proper or improper? Their ID has been shared, not clear. So conclusion, you write. As per the above fact, what? The company is not having proper audit trail as per the given skills. I'll show you the answer. Where? Here. Okay. Audit trail or edit log is a visible trail from report back to the original input. Chronological record. When, who, what, timestamp. It has to be in the accounting software. Now, controls. Not deactivated, disabled. User ID not shared. Authorized, restricted access. Periodic backup. Now, conclusion. Why? System is weak. Actually, this was easy. Are you okay with it? Yeah. It is improper. That's the conclusion. Hi. Only three more questions, 18, 19, 20. Our ethics is yet to come. Just three questions. Can we proceed? See, my target is 2 hours for the RTP. I have to finish in 2 hours. I will finish. Come on, quick. Due diligence, investigation, and forensic accounting. It's again direct question. State the steps involved by investigator to conduct investigation. Explain important consideration investigator must keep in mind while preparing report. Receive complaint regarding the item. This is again a direct question from chapter number 17. Investigation, due diligence, forensic. What are steps? You can write direct. You put a heading investigation. Then following are the steps. You remember how many steps are there? Why no one is supporting? I've left this. It is similar to audit. When we studied, we said, now similar, think like audit itself. 5 steps. Assume in our example, CA AB, he is appointed as an investigator. How AB will do? AB, how will you do? Similar to audit. First determine the objective and scope. Why AB was appointed, he will see. Then planning what? You will formulate an investigation program. After program, you have to analyze various records. Then from that, analyze, interpret the finding. Last step, whether it is audit, review, same. Give a report. This is the A part answer. What key steps? Now, what are the considerations in reporting? When you report, see, investigation report should not confuse the users. Hmm? So, should not contain irrelevant facts, only relevant. Then, uh, then proper linking should be there with evidence, linking with the evidence. If you have put some basis or assumption, it should be stated properly. Then proper paragraph, proper format. If there is any limitations or restriction, it should be stated. Now, opinion, your conclusion should arrive with the final para. And even your objective, you should state here. Objective, why, that should be also stated. So the direct question, these are the steps in investigation. These are the points to be kept in mind while forming the report. No need to write in conclusion. Directly you can finish. I'll show you the answer. Just 30 seconds only I'll show. Where is it? First part. Scope objective, program, the various records, findings, conclude. B part, steps, not anything irrelevant, expression proper, properly linked, basis and assumption, nature and objective, paragraph should be made, limitation should be stated, opinion will be final part. No need of conclusion. Hello. Now we are at the verge of winding up. Can you please proceed? Proceed, proceed, proceed. Second last question. Next one is direct one. So I'll just ask you which is the answer and I'll go. I won't sit and explain. It's a direct one. Hello. Okay. Say, with reference to the 9 principles of BRSR, and as you know, 9 principles are there in BRSR. Which principles they have stated? Can you read and say out of the 9 principle, principle 1 or 2 or 3 or up to 9, which principle? Consumer oriented company. It promotes the products. However, some advertisement overstate the benefit of product, do not disclose. Consumer complaints relating to privacy breaches, defective products. Everything they are stating, not from company's point, not from employee's point, they are stating from the consumer customer. Which principle of BRSR, I want number, states what you call value to consumers in a proper manner, in a responsible manner? Which principle da? 9, right? Correct. So it's principle 9. You state this is the principle and principle 9 points you have to write. A lot of points are there. I do understand that you have to write. You want to say the answer? Of course. Yeah, they have started by saying in the given case, it's principle 9, write the name. As per principle, following are the core elements. That you will get only from principle number 9. So first you started with in the given case, then you said which principle, then elements associated. Don't write other elements, write only those relevant for principle 9. Wow! Last question, over. Where is... I know you're hungry, so we'll finish up quickly. And of this, you have to say, I won't say. Examine whether CA Ajit guilty of misconduct. Give reasons. Ade PE. Practicing accountant, coaching institute. He displayed large holding across the city. Undertaking the audit attestation. Wow. There are big holdings like cinema posters he have kept. By this time itself, you will understand which clause. He has circulated pamphlets. Tender was floated. The tender did not prescribe any minimum fee. Which clause, guys? Tender. It's solicitation, na? Hoardings keeping, coaching institute. Very good. So 611. Clause 6, part 1, first schedule. Now the thing is, what all to be presented? I'll guide you. At a PE, always make sure you get good and correct presentations. You remember in class I've taught you how to do certain maybe from ESB, certain maybe from council, certain maybe from section, certain questions maybe from the clauses. You have to identify which, maybe it is a mixture of clause and section. Properly you have to identify. So put a heading. What? advertisement responding to tender. First para, as per clause 6, part 1, first schedule of CA Act. Write that clause. The CA in practice shall be deemed to be guilty of professional misconduct if he solicited directly or indirectly client or professional work through that 5 modes: advertisement, circular, interview, personal communication, other means. Two exceptions. Uh, from another CA responding to tender. Ma'am, what are you saying? I'm just saying clause 6 words. More or less wording should be same. In our print paper, I put that word same. Okay, first. Now, in the given case, what is that name? Aditya. Yeah. See Ajit. What all he did is to write. What all he did? Where is it? Large hoarding. One thing. Second thing, pamphlet he distributed, na? Yeah. Second thing. Third thing, floating of tenders. Three things. Second para is in the given case. Third, as per council regulations guidelines, right? As per the council guidelines, teaching coaching activity should not amount to solicitation. That you write. Then, responding to tender. First, you write teaching coaching activity indirectly or directly solicitation is not allowed. Then, distributing of pamphlet. That's also not allowed. Then, responding to tenders where no minimum fees is not allowed. 3 points you have to write. I've written na 1, 2, where is 1, large coding, pamphlets, there, fourth para. Hence, see Ajit is guilty of misconduct under 611. Don't write 611, clause 6, part 1 of first schedule, since indirectly it amounts to solicitation. Then with the same pen itself, underline this solicitation, teaching pamphlet tender. Ma'am, can you show? Why not? That's the answer. Heading, advertisement. First, they have written clause 6. In the given case, hoardings, then pamphlet, etc. Responding to tenders as per guidelines, no minimum fees. So, clause 6, since it will indirectly amount to solicitation, then therefore guilty. So that's it, guys. The entire RPP I have completed. I will post this in the YouTube. Those who are seeing live, okay. Otherwise also. So I'll post it. So let me know how it was. Not now, not in the live chat after I post, so that I will also feel happy. Priydarshini, you can do it after I post. So see, maybe I always say to the students, you know what? Can I talk for 1 minute and wind up? Is that okay? My target was within 2 hours, we are in time. Just 5 more minutes. Can I talk for 2 minutes? I always say to the students, it's easy to give up. എനിക്ക് വേണ്ട, എനക്ക് വേണ്ടാം. It's we can't do. It's very easy to give up. But to stay on the track and to show that we are warriors, we are unstoppables, that needs courage. See, anyone can survive in life, but succeeding is little different. Survival and succeeding, is it same? No, I feel it's different. We are here to succeed. Okay, you have reached CA final. It's not easy, not everyone can do. If you have reached final, you show, or it shows that you are meant to be a CA. There is no looking back, there is no second thoughts. ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് പറ്റുമോ, എങ്ങൾക്ക് മുടിയുമാ, can we do it? No second thoughts. Always be positive. Ma'am saying it is very easy. How to be? If you no, those who have attended class, they would have heard the experience. See, even right now, I will have a lot of issues, but we should not spread the negativity, spread only positivity. In society, there are a lot of people who do the negative things. Let's be positive. Mm. Dream, guys. Dream does not have an expiry date or dream does not have a limit. Think of your name, against the name or before the name, CA should come. And one thing which I can assure you with absolute assurance is I've also gone through all these paths now. When we are studying, we feel this is a Himalayan task we can't do. But once you have qualified and once that results comes with successful and once you have started your career, be it practice, whatever it is, when you look back, you will feel ഇത്രേ ഉള്ളായിരുന്നോ ഇവളോ ദാനാ was it this simple? No. You won't feel it right now. I can vouch and say when you sign your first audit report or when you attend your meeting as a manager of a company or director or whatever it is, you will feel how worth it was this particular effort. And that time I'm sure that you will feel you can WhatsApp me, then I will wait. Once you have qualified, you will qualify in the coming attempt, I'm 100% sure. After that, after maybe 1 or 2 years down the lane, when you watch all these things, when you recall these days, you will feel that was so simple. So, guys, last but not the least, I'm winding up. For achieving something great, you need to sacrifice. All people who have achieved, they would have sacrificed at some point of time. Now, right now, don't compare. First thing, don't spread negativity. Be positive. If you can't spread positivity, be silent. Um, as my grandmother always says, you can be happy, but not at the cost of others' happiness. She used to say in Malayalam, basically, I'm a Malayali, but she used to say this: you be happy, but not at the cost of others' happiness. That was nothing related with CA, that was a general advice. I've qualified CA in 2009. And yeah, it's been 16 plus years. And I can vouch and say being a CA or studying CA is not easy. But once you are, you will feel its worth. So keep going, buddies. That's all from my side. And when I post in the YouTube, let me know kindly how the session is. If it's a very small appreciation, or maybe it is something which you need more, or anything. If it is within my limit, I will go. So thank you for being so wonderful, interactive people, and catch you for the next MTP 1. Okay. So same way I will do MTP 1, I won't run. I will go like this. Okay. Ta-da. Ta-da, you can leave.